What is up, everybody? It has been a good minute since I have posted another video. Now, other than moving back to the States and being totally addicted to Dragon Quest Builders 2, now before I go on, let's say that if you haven't played either 1 or 2, you really need to get on it. They're really good. But again, other than being totally preoccupied with that, there have been a lot of NES Homebrews coming to the scene. I'm backing like 4 or 5 on Kickstarter right now, and that's pretty dang crazy. And I can only expect more to come with how big the NES Homebrew community has become. Now, I received one right before I started my move, and I started playing in my spare time. Now, the game we're discussing today also came to be thanks to a campaign on Kickstarter. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this review. I started playing Alfonzo's Artic adventure in my free time, like on my breaks or waiting in some annoying long line. If I was waiting on the bus, I played Alfonzo on my phone. If I was sitting on the toilet, I played Alfonzo. With that time, I've actually almost managed to completely run through the entire game. Now, let me tell you, this game deserves a little bit more attention than I gave it. I only backed the Kickstarter for the game because I have a slight obsession with NES games. I received my cartridge for this game right before I packed everything up for my cross-country move. So everything you're seeing in this video is emulation from the ROM that came with my backing. At first glance, I really didn't think this game was all that much. I didn't get excited to play this game like, let's say, Micro Mages or a few other recent homebrews, but I'm glad even without my consoles with me, I'm still able to give this game a go. The game starts off fairly simple with the introduction of the plot. It turns out our friend Bob has gone missing and we have the bright idea of collecting fish. Bob loves fish, so I guess that's the key to finding Bob. Find the fish and you find Bob. But this does a right job of introducing the basic objectives of each level. A level is completed after you collect all the fish within it. Super basic objective, but at the heart of the game, it relies on its creative combination of game mechanics. Through our first world, we're introduced to a group of allies that are going to help us find Bob. They each have their own ability, which they'll help assist our main hero in progressing through each level. For instance here, the girl, which is such a creative name, can throw daggers through solid objects to destroy breakables not normally reached by other heroes. She can also jump pretty high and far. One more example is Finwood. He's just big and fat and breaks objects by walking through them and is also impervious to monsters. The girl and Finwood aren't our only additional heroes, of course. We have Alfonzo and then Magnus. So that's a total of 4 playable characters. And after reading the manual, it turns out each character is found in different level types, like Magnus in the snowy levels, Finwood in the forest levels, and the girl in the cave levels. Really can't get over why she just named the girl. Each level gives you a different hero to assist you, so for me, this character mechanic the game introduces in the first world kept the levels interesting and no 2 levels felt the same. Another mechanic I enjoy about this game is its creative use of terrain and environmental hazards. This is where the level design really comes into play, and the creator of this game did an excellent job of incorporating them. Just playing the first world, we had some levels where it used the terrain as a slight puzzle enhancement, or used it to prevent easy traversal of the level, basically trying to catch you slipping. The ice in the level can be a hindrance or it can assist you in reaching your objective. This particular part here left me annoyed because I fell for it so many times trying to get past this dang pooping bird. The outer world really brings on some Super Mario vibes and even incorporates some hidden levels and shortcuts into it. The negative of this whole game is that you're not able to go back 2 levels you have already completed, so if you miss a secret path, well, that sucks, we ain't going back to get it. The game to me isn't really too hard for multiple playthroughs, but I'm at the point where I have too many games in my backlog to really go back anytime soon and do it. So it's a real bummer for me that the game was like this. Overall, I think the level progression is pretty good. I've always felt like level progression can make or break a game. If a game really jumps around in its difficulty, it leaves me pretty disinterested pretty early. So for any NES game to accomplish a good level progression, makes it or breaks it for me. In the end, the simple look of this game is pretty deceiving. Alfonzo's Artic Adventure is a fun side-scrolling platformer for the NES. I was surprised by its use of mechanics and small details which make this game so great. I think this game is for anyone who's a fan of the genre, and of course, as I always say, the NES. It's not too difficult where you'll rage quit, but like I said, it has some decent level of progression for anyone looking for a challenge later on. And the great mechanics of the game make it worth your time for long playthroughs, or, like me, your bathroom breaks. Heck, so that's another NES Homebrew we've taken a look at. I'm excited to check out some more once I receive them. If you guys know of any I don't know about, be sure to let me know in the comments and I'll definitely check those out. Hope you enjoyed this video and be sure to check out some of our others and subscribe if you haven't. We'll catch you next time.